Breakfast of champions right there.
Welcome to my Thursday. I'm out on my second round of shopping because I filled up the back of the truck with my first round, Costco and Depot. I'm headed to Shamrock to get the rest of my soft serve that they were out of yesterday. And then I gotta go to my dry goods supplier to get some gloves and some lids and some center pull paper towels and some individually wrapped heavy duty forks. Yeah, it's just before 9 a.m. It's getting warmer, faster. Like, I think my buddy Chuck just shared a clip with me saying that we're about to hit like potentially the 90s next week, which is insane. It's still February. We got barely got a winter. Like, I felt like it took forever to get cold, and then it got warm again, and then it got cold, and then it got warm. And then we've been cold for a little bit, but then we've been back in the 70s already. We've been in the 70s for weeks. And now we're already creeping into the 80s and 90s. Like, anyone that doubts climate change, come to Arizona. Just spend a couple weeks in Phoenix. So how's your day going? I'm on my pendulum swing. The last couple days were rough. Today, doing well. Doing well. Let's hope they actually ordered my soft serve. And they did. Woohoo! That's all mine right there, baby. Back, and I got 10, 12 and 12. Adventure time! I was just telling my brother last week about Adult Swim. How back in the day when I was in college, Sunday nights, we'd stay up late watching Adult Swim, you know, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, C-Lab, home movies. What else did we watch back then? Those were definitely Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. Those are the top ones. There were a few others I can't remember off the top of my head, but those are definitely the top ones that I remember watching and laughing. I actually need to go back and check in and see what Adult Swim has these days. The last time I dipped into Adult Swim, I wasn't that impressed. I didn't really laugh a whole lot. I was kind of bummed out. But I'm curious what kind of adult cartoons they have going on these days. 2 o'clock on my side of town. I just happened to pull into the same like area that Tiffany was in, so I surprised her and stopped at one of her stops just to give her a hug, get a kiss. I needed it. I needed that. Just kind of having like some stuff weighing on my head, messing with my head. So I needed a hug and a kiss. I'm gonna grab just a quick Jamba Juice and then head home. I don't feel like going to the gym today. I really don't. But I'm kind of like teeter-tottering about maybe going for a hike. And not even a hike, just a walk out in the desert. I thought about maybe going on that road and going up the hill and just seeing what's on the top of the hill. Mountain? It's actually a mountain. It's more like a mountain. But it's a road that goes up the mountain. So I thought about maybe just driving over there to the base and then just walking that up and down. I don't know. We'll see by the time I get home. But, yeah. Let's go get Jamba Juice. Bad lad hooked me up with a large. I ordered a medium. He just happened to be a heavy pour, he said, so threw it in a large. I'm not complaining. I got the acai something boost. Blueberry, strawberry acai. Good stuff. Oh man, looks like the boner bandit got me again. I forgot how much Catastro is a vibe. So much of their music is uplifting, upbeat. And even some of the lyrics of some of the songs just like speak to me. So crazy. But overall, just such positive vibes I get from listening to their music. I love the Dirty Heads. Still my favorite band, period. The Dirty Heads are my favorite band. But Catastro is like right there. Like I'm talking like, you got to draw a line like this is the best. It's literally right below that. They're touching. Catastro instantly became one of my favorite bands of all time. Like just, breaks my heart that dude's dead and that we no more music from them. I'm glad that I got to see them, even if it was just briefly live when they came to concert here. It may not ever happen again, but love that music. So yeah, I've been listening to Catastro the last half of the day. Podcast in the beginning of the day as usual, but I switched to them. Just kind of I needed a mood booster. So yeah, just a quick beef stick, and then we're gonna go for a walk. I won't even call it a hike because I don't really. I mean, eventually we're gonna go up the mountain, but we're just gonna walk a road. We're just gonna walk a dirt road. And I'm going to walk it as far as I can go, or at least to the top of the mountain and see what's on the other side. So I brought the camera, the tripod, and my wireless mic. Let's go for another walk and talk, shall we? So there's like a water treatment plant or water something to do with the water. And there's these big pipes. Been sitting on this road forever. I don't know that they don't plan on doing anything with it anytime soon, but there's clearly some infrastructure here. And then this isn't a designated trail. There's a sign back there with an arrow, and we're coming up to a trailhead, a legend, map, all that good stuff. So I know this road has a name. I just don't know what it is. Maybe this will tell us. Good call on the microphone, though. As soon as I got back here, the wind just hit me in the face. I'm walking towards the wind. So you might even still hear some wind noise. The dead cat does a fantastic job, but if the wind blows hard enough, you'll still pick it up. All right, let's see here. We are here. Canyon Vista Road. So that's what this is called, just Canyon Vista Road. And this trail right here is Lower Desert Loop. Yep, 0.24 miles. And it breaks up into multiple. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 official trails. The longest one being Lower Desert Loop, which is what this is, just in small chunks, 1.56 miles. Awesome, love it. So yeah, we're gonna take this road basically to where that trail ends, that 1.5 mile trail. We're gonna go back there and then we're gonna keep going. Sunset is just after 6. It is just before 4, so we have 2 hours before sundown. So my thoughts are we'll hike an hour out, see where that puts us, and then make a decision whether or not we just turn on and come back, or we keep going and push past the hour mark, the 2 hour mark. So here we go. Now normally I'd be up on that mountain. There's a trail that kind of runs all the way along the ridge line and on this north facing side, and to eventually get down to the road. If you guys remember, I've hiked that twice, and then you just take this road back. So it's kind of boring. If I had more time, I would turn around and just take the trail back, which then eventually takes you to the top of the steps and back down the front. It's just a lot more exciting, you know. This dirt road is boring as hell, but it is the fastest way to get back here. And after doing a 1.5 mile hike or more, even sometimes, taking the easiest route back to the cars, it's welcome. It's pretty welcome. 78 degrees right now, which it feels hotter in the sun. You know how like usually it's in the cold, but it'd be like it's 40 degrees, but it feels like it's 28, and you're like, what the hell? It's because of the wind chill, or the dew point, or I don't know, some other weather metrics that cause it to feel colder than it is. So it's kind of the opposite effect in the heat, right? Like take Wickenburg this last weekend. It was 68 degrees, felt amazing. In the shade, you get a slight chill if the wind hits you just right. In the direct sunlight, after a few minutes, it gets hot. You're sitting in the sun at that brewery, it was getting hot. Right now, my built-in solar panel, that is my forehead, is starting to get hot facing the sun. My left arm is getting hot facing the sun, even though it's only 78 degrees. If I was in the shade, it would be perfect, absolutely perfect. But in direct sunlight, even with a UV index of 1, after a long exposure, it starts to just get hot. All right, so I'm at the fork in the road. The trail sign says go left, and there's the placard down there for the legend for the trailhead. And that goes up, kind of zigzags up there, then runs along that ridge and just goes back the way we came. I've done that one a couple times, right? Come down the mountain, come on this road, and just head back to the car. But today, we're gonna go this way. This is the road that continues up the side of the mountain. I'm assuming the no trespassing sign is for that centerpiece, because this is a road. There's not a sign on the other side. There's no gate, there's no fencing. There's fencing to my left, so I'm assuming that's what that's for. At least that's what I'm going with for now. So Tiff and I finished the Gabby Petito docuseries last night, watched the 3rd episode. It's funny, I remember, like I said, I remember that story now that once I started watching it again, but I didn't really remember how it ended, right? Like, did he kill her? What happened to him? Like, I had it in my mind, like, I think he kills himself. I'm pretty sure that's what I remembered. But it was fascinating. Like I said yesterday, I don't typically watch true crime stuff. I'm not a huge documentary fan. There are some documentaries that fascinate me. I really enjoy it. It depends on the topic. It has to be very, very specific. I tend to like, made up shit. Even if it's supposed to be in a real world, right? I don't mind the real adjacent, where it's like, it's supposed to be present day, but this is like a possible, a possible multiverse where certain things are possible. Whatever. Those are my kind of movies. Especially if it has something to do with sci-fi, right? Cyberpunk, anything like that. I really, really enjoyed figuring out how they figured it out it was him. Like, even though I knew the outcome for the most part, right? Like, again, I wasn't 100% sure he was the one who killed her, but that was my quick, like, if I had to make a quick judgment, like, I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure the way they led it up, it was like, I think he's the one who killed him. Anyway, yeah, I really enjoyed kind of like watching how they figured it out. And so that kind of opened my eyes to what other true crime documentaries, movies, or series are on Netflix that Tiff and I can watch, because she likes that stuff. I think she's more selective as well as far as like which one she wants to watch. But at least now that might be another genre for us to dip our toes into and watch together. Well, so it says WTMIA detour. And then it says no trespassing. It also says no trespassing here, which is that side road that kind of went around the quarry. And then there's another sign that says no trespassing here. So the way I read that now means I cannot go in any 3 of these paths. Wah, wah, wah. That's a bummer, dude. I totally want to go up that way. I mean, you can see people that do. There's tire marks, like, these mountain bike trails. And you can see they once upon a time did pave a road. It doesn't look like it's traveled much, obviously, but I don't know. Do I go for it? I don't know how strict, like, I don't know, is it the sheriff or is it the police? I honestly don't know. I should probably know this, but like, I don't know how strict they are. Would it be just one of those like slap on the wrist, like, yeah, should be back there? I'm like, yeah, sorry, officer, I knew that, blah, blah, blah. Or if it's one of those things where it's like, you walked by a sign, here's a fine. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go for it. At least a little bit of ways. I'm gonna see. At least if I get to the base of where they paved or they graded it, Maybe if I get back there, I'll have a better picture. I don't know, it's staring at me, right? Like, I think people call it the Scar, or Scar Road or something like that. And because it's like just a clear, graded road on this mountain. It's the only one. I'll also say this, after watching Gabby Petito's that docuseries, the very end of the series, this episode, they talk about how Gabby only posted one video, and when at the time she died, it only had like 500 views, and now it has 7 million views or something like that, and it's just one video. I didn't catch how long it was, but I kind of want to go back and watch it now and see what her. I mean, they posted a lot of footage. I assume a lot of the clips from the documentary came from that video. But yeah, anyway, I want to go back. I want to watch that video of hers. Getting closer to the mountain now, you can see all the side of this. It's like almost like boulders, stacked boulders. The incline continues. You turn around, you realize how much of an incline we've done. Whew. Probably the camera doesn't do it justice, but it's a nice steady climb all the way up. And then it really climbs. I mean, there's a real high grade going up that mountain. But that's my goal right now, is just the base where the road, where the paving, like the ground is more graded, and it goes like up that side of that mountain there. That's my goal. Let's see. We'll take a break there, see how long it took me, what time it is, and how steep it really is when I get to the base of it. The trail's getting narrow. This is basically like, you know, water channel. You can see there when it rains. But look how we're winding around now. There's some Palo Verdes are popping up, starting to give me coverage, which is probably a good thing at this point. The thing is a car can't come up here. The rocks totally block it unless, you know, somebody wants to go four-wheeling around those rocks to get up here. This isn't really a road for vehicles, other than maybe a quad or a side-by-side. Even that, I think, would be tough. I think if anything, they just wait for me at the entrance. But yeah, we're getting close. So's the sun. It's about to hit the top of that mountain there. We'll have another probably half an hour, 45 minutes behind shade, which would be nice, because I am sweating. Like I said, it's only 78, 77 degrees, but that direct sunlight on me the entire time. We've been hiking for, oh, I lost my watch, hang on. Where you at, dude? Oh, wrong hat, come on. There we go. We've been hiking for 43 minutes, and we've done 2 miles. That's a pretty good pace for going uphill. I think there's something different about hiking and or climbing a mountain that makes your pace just kind of go faster versus a leisurely walk on the sidewalk or grass, where I feel like you just kind of mosey. I'm kind of almost like marching up this, you know, like keeping a cadence. And I just got behind this mountain. The sun's, it's blocking the sun. So now we're in the shade. Oh, it feels so nice. It feels so nice. There's a breeze, but I barely could feel it with that sun beating on me. I wouldn't be surprised if I got a little sun on my face, on my arm. Whew. But yeah, we're in the shade, and this is basically now just like we're on a wash. I mean, realistically, it's been graded, you know, to one side. The water still runs down on the left, but the right side appears to be cleared out to make it easier to walk on. And even for a mountain bike could easily do this. So I'm wondering, I'm curious if this once upon a time was an open road or trail, and at some point they put no trespassing sign. Wait a minute, okay. So the road's over there to the right, and where I'm on's on the left. Interesting, it goes down in that canyon. So at some point we're gonna have to kind of go to the ridge here and look. Let's go over here and look. Oh yeah, there's a road down there. What the hell? No way. Okay, so I'm so confused. There's a road over there. This is not even the same path. Get out of here. Look at this, there's another gravel pit. There's clearly some ramps down there for trucks to get down here. There's a hole there. That's clearly graded over there on the right. Huh. It goes down and up, and it goes on the other side of this mountain. So it's got to be way, way further north. But that's the road that goes up the mountain. Holy crap, okay. I see 2 white signs down there at the base. We're gonna continue going down this trail, and it looks like it connects there to the right, but I'm curious if it goes to the left. There's all this stuff back here, and I'm not supposed to be back here. Are you serious? I'm so intrigued. We are exploring, like Dora the Explorer. Does that make you my map? Or my backpack? Backpack. All right. Well, I said I wanted to go to the base of that road. That's still the goal. Like I said, I'm really fascinated on where this goes. At this point, I'm assuming it's going to bank left and go between these 2 mountains here. Kind of split the canyon and maybe go back towards Skyline Park, because that's what's on the other side of this, where I was hiking on Sunday. But that's a full-on road, man. There's tire marks. There's fresh tire marks going up that thing. So I'm really even more curious about it. From back there, it just looks like oh yeah, it's a graded road, but probably not ever traveled on. It's like old, you know? Nope, there are some fresh tire marks. So quick look back at where I came from, around the mountain, around the corner there and down. So I'm completely invisible now from the road at this point. Unless I was going up that, then I'd be visible, but even then, I don't know how visible. I am wearing a light shirt for obvious reasons, because I wasn't thinking about, I was gonna be trespassing, so I wasn't thinking about being inconspicuous. I'm wearing bright ass reflective green glasses. This is more of like, hey, I'm over here, not, don't look at me. All right, so I'm coming up to what essentially is the base of the road, and this goes way further back. If it does connect, it doesn't look like it connects. It looks like maybe it goes down into the pit, but the road that I've been talking about and wanting to go to is way over there, way over there. So I need to look at the map and figure out what road that is, or what connects to that road on the other side of that mountain. It's much further north. Oh man, we've got goals, people. Our goal is to figure out what's on the other side of that mountain. We'll find out where that road begins. We'll figure out how to get on it. We'll hike back here. We'll figure out what that sign says. Because I see 2 signs. I don't see any fences. And I definitely don't see a gate. Really curious. All right, so change of plans. We're going to continue up this path to at least figure out if it continues on to the left, if it does indeed connect to the gravel pit to the right, and then figure out a course of action to make it back way home, back to the car. All right, so the mountain dipped. The sun's just barely starting to hit the top of that, so it'll be gone. If I walk more to this way, I'll hit the shade again. But anyway, so it does curve. The road curves and looks like it goes down to the gravel pit. And there looks like there's no actual canyon. It's just the mountain range here. So it kind of loops around. This is clearly some kind of old quarry. We're back here moving rocks. There's all these rocks moved around. I think just based on what's happening to the south of me right now, with all the massive houses being built literally this close to the mountains, I think somebody like a housing development owns this. I think somebody, one of those, there's a lot of flies back here, holy crap. I think a housing development bought this land and they did the initial, let's make some roads. So one day when we're actually ready to build on it, the foundation's already here. And then they probably use this area for, custom rocks, custom stone for various housing, materials. Because there's some really dark rock here. There's some granite. There's some sandstone. What looks like sandstone. I don't know. I'm not a geologist, but hard, sharp, red. You can see here they kind of dynamited the side of the mountain here. Like it's just broken up, and you see big chunks that have fallen over the years. Jagged edges where that obviously broke off. This has clearly been plowed. There's a nice berm there. And of course, like I said, there's almost like a cul-de-sac elbow there where the rocks have been pushed. So yeah, we're gonna continue on because this does look like it goes to the road. It may not be, like it may be blocked off at some point. Jet. I'm sure Chuck could tell by the tailwind wings what it is. He told me once upon a time that only certain ones come out of Luke. So, obviously since they're going out of Luke, that there's only like one or two it could be. Damn, these flies are annoying. Holy crap. Oh, what's this? Someone. O plus B, or D plus B, or O plus 8. I don't know. All right, we got another no trespassing sign. Clearly, again, I mean, it's telling me not to go in here, even though there's a little path here. People have made it, obviously. I'm kind of curious. I want to see what the signs are. The signs are right there. So we're going to go read those signs. We're not going to go any further because I've passed enough no trespassing signs now that it's kind of hard to state a case that I didn't know or I wasn't sure. But I am curious now. This is clearly a traveled road. You can see fresh tire marks and traveled enough to dissipate the rocks after being graded. So we're just gonna go down and read these signs real quick. And then you can see there, I can actually cut back down. There's the road that goes to the gravel pit and connects to this road. I must have just walked right past, like it looks like maybe it's overgrown a little bit at the top. But since we're going down this way, we won't go back up and around. We'll just take the shortcut and start heading back down towards the car. All right, so we got another no trespassing sign on both sides. And then this sign says, authorized access only, unpredictable road conditions ahead, a four-wheel drive vehicle required. There's a number to call for more information. Yeah, DMB, so that's the owner of our community. They own this whole community. And I heard that they own all this land all the way north for like 6, 7, 8 miles. I did hear that. I didn't believe it because I was like, there's no way they're going to extend our community that far. That just seems ridiculous. Please close and lock all gates. So there's got to be a gate up there. Yeah. All right. Oh, there's different signs over here. Hang on. Let's see what this says. Same sign. Then there's 2 more signs on it. One says, these premises are being monitored by video surveillance systems. You are being recorded for your own protection. Oh, nice. Okay. And then WTMIA, road use only. That's the name of the company that was on the orange sign back where we passed. Must be some kind of construction company or something. I'm really curious about the video cameras. Where do they have video cameras? There's got to be a facility up there. There has to be. For them to have cameras, there's not cameras in the desert. Huh. I am super fascinated now. We're definitely gonna do some Googling and do some Google mapping to look at this area. We are an hour and 10 minutes in, 3 miles. And it says that it's 5 o'clock. Sorry, I meant to say that. It's 5 o'clock and we've gained about 900 feet of elevation, almost as much as I did on Sunday. And I felt like I went up a mountain. This just feels like I just climbed a slight hill, but clearly there's enough of a grade. Like now I'm going down a pretty good slope. Till next time, road. Till next time. I have to say this gimbal is pretty solid on a walk like this because I am like trotting. You can see my shadow. I'm like trotting down this thing because of how steep the grade is. And my stride is so long that I'm like boom, whoo, whoo. It's probably not good for my knees, but with this gimbal, you're probably just not feeling anything. Probably just, I'm assuming, hopefully it's nice and smooth. I assume it is. 3 different modes for this gimbal. I always have it on the one that says for like vlogging, because I assume it's best mode for staying, static on a static subject. Well, crap. Maybe I should have gone the way I came. It seemed like this was going to be closer and shorter, but we're going down quite a bit, and I have to go back up there. And also, it doesn't look like it actually connects. Like, I'm curious. I'm feeling like this is old. I'm feeling like this hasn't been actually used in a decade or more. There's so much, like clearly it was paved, graded, or not paved, I'm sorry, graded and cleaned, right? And it does look up here that has been used somewhat recently, because there's fresh tread marks, right? We haven't had serious rain, but even we got rain recently that these tread marks are you know, earlier than that. So this road does get driven on at some point, but clearly over here for this gravel pit and whatnot, this has not been used in quite a long time, to the point where like this doesn't even have a road. There's no road here. I'm gonna have to go off the road. Crap. And now this does have a fence. There's clearly a fence here. It was at one point, looks like it was blocked off. It's been destroyed. You can see the barbed wire has been cut here. So clearly this at one point was blocked off. No trespassing. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. So we now have to go over here and see how I get down. Oh crap. This is a bad decision. Holy shit. Oh man. I fucked up. Okay. Yeah, okay, so that's where I was looking the whole time. I was like, okay, down here. But I don't know if it looks like that fence goes across all the way. It might be down, it looks like it's down at the very end. Crap, dude. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to do this, especially with holding the camera. We're just gonna keep walking. We're fine, we're good. We're good. We just gotta keep going. Ugh. That looks like a cattle guard that we're gonna put in the road, probably to fence this off and eventually put that in the road so that cattle don't come across. That's usually what the barbed wire fences are for. Most of the time it's for cattle, not people, because most people can read a sign. Beautiful. Beautiful time of day when the sun's hitting the Arizona desert. You just get to see all the colors of the stone, the rock, the cactus. The green that you see are Palo Verde trees or mesquite trees. Most of them are Palo Verdes over here. Mesquite's like the water, so if they're gonna be over here, they're gonna be down in the wash. But those are all Palo Verde. The entire like bark, limbs, branches are all green, so it's just a big green blob. So this has been eroded heavily. You can see just massive carvings from running water. So yet again, another barrier. I don't even know if I can cross over there. It looks like it just goes down. It's so deep. I'm gonna try right here. Let's see, how do I get up? I can probably climb right over there. All right, we're gonna go for this. Oh, this is gonna be could be an epic fail. Oh, trying to get rocks in my shoes. Oh, made it, all right. We're good. But now we're in this, now we're like in this actual like canyon, which is just really just a wash, running water. Carve this out. And I should be able to get up right here. Because the good thing is this stuff is pretty hard packed. Whew. That was quite a lift. Okay, we're good. We made it. We made it across the road. So now we're just gonna head back up and over. Whew, we definitely went out of our way. We've definitely added some steps to our overall step count. Whew. It's 5:15. We got exactly 1 hour till sundown. All right, yeah, the fence definitely goes all the way across. I could probably step over that. My legs are long enough. But honestly, I don't even want to try. I don't even want to attempt to try and not hit that barbed wire and rip my leg open, being so far away from my car and from people. Holy crap, look at that. That's a wash. Woo! Way down there. That's gnarly. But yeah, the fence has been pulled up right here by some rascal that wanted to cross like me. Thanks, dude. All right, we've now crossed back into the fenced off area that I should not be in. This is awesome though. Just what I needed. Some Arizona fresh air. All right, we're coming up. This obviously was once upon a time a graded road down into this gravel pit. It's nice and wide. The bulk of the rocks are flat. Whew, I don't know if you guys can hear that wind, but it's gusty. It's gusty. All right, I'm gonna stop talking. Otherwise, I'm gonna have another hour-long vlog. I'm just gonna listen to music, get back to my car, get back home, and start thinking about dinner. Well, I'll think about dinner on the way back to my car. I'm gonna make dinner when I get back to the house. I made it past the no trespassing sign, so I'm back in the land of where I'm supposed to be. But I got so many rocks in my boots, and my shoelace was untied, so good time to stop. Empty the rocks for the rest of my walk. Home stretch back to my car. What I say was 2 miles? Was it 2 miles back? I can't remember if it was 1 or 2 from here. I'll have to pay attention. Love these boots, man. You guys remember that vlog? Chuck and I went all the way to REI in Chandler to try and get boots that were on sale. But when we got there, they didn't have any. They either didn't have any in our size, or we like the newer models better. We ended up getting not ones on sale. They might have been on sale, but we didn't get the ones we went to get. We got the newer model. It's funny how that happens. All right, I gotta take a piss, and then we're gonna hike back to the car. Oh. All right, so it's 5:55. We've been out for 2 hours exactly, 5.27 miles. So not bad. Nice hike. If it is 2 miles back to the car, then it's a 7-mile hike, which is what we did on Sunday. Well, we made it back to the main road, the water treatment plant, and it's a lot busier. When I pulled up, there was only maybe 3 cars in the parking lot. And now the parking lot's full and people are parking on the road. That's when you know it's busy, when the parking lot's full and people are parking out on the street, lining up the streets. And there's that road. I'll be damned. I guess I forgot about it. I didn't realize that that road went to the road. I always assumed this road went. It always looks like it connects, but clearly it's that road right there. So I bet it clearly connects to that neighborhood there, that community. That's the 55 plus community that Tiff and I ride our bikes in from time to time. So clearly that road connects. It might even connect to this road. Honestly, it's under construction. They're building houses, but there you go. I'll be damned. Every once in a while, there's those things that you know, but you forget you know. And then you remember. You're reminded. All right, there we go. 6 miles exactly. 1,017 feet elevation gain. 2 hours, 13 minutes. Not bad at all. Real busy. People walking back to their car. There's another parking place on the other side, the south side, where the dog park is. Yeah, everyone's walking the steps. Great time of day. Tiff and I watched another episode of On Call on Prime Video. Third episode, fourth episode, third episode. That was third episode. Again, not a major hook to I'm not like there's not like that anticipation like, oh man, I can't wait to watch the next episode. Let's watch one more episode. I'm just kind of like just going through it, you know. Like there's enough there to keep me like interested, but not like waiting with bated breath. But Reacher season 3 just dropped, or at least the first 3 episodes, I think is what it said. So very excited about that. I will be watching that this weekend. Yeah, I think there's a couple of comedy specials that dropped, and I really just need to like just kind of dip my toes back in there and see what's new to catch up on. Like I said, I need to go back and finish Foundation season 2. I really was enjoying that, and Silo, new season that dropped. I would like to watch that show. So yeah, I just need to get TV back into my routine. But I've been so into New World and loving that. That's where my free time's going. So if I don't have the pull of watching something with Tiffany, I'm kind of like, when I'm by myself, I'm just kind of like, I'd rather go in there. So anyway, that's when I'm going to end the vlog and start importing, because I don't want to get caught with another crazy long morning on a Friday. So I'm going to start importing, kind of see where I'm at. If I have over an hour of footage, I'll probably start editing tonight. Otherwise, I will save it for the morning and do a couple things in New World. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you tomorrow.